How does it, the cliche is, how are you, everyone's going to be judging you in this first year. How are you evaluating yourself hour to hour?
I mean, hour to hour.
Well, on the court, I mean.
Oh, on the court?
Yeah.
I mean, you just want to go out there and work as hard as you can. There's a lot of learning process, especially with the first year, in transitioning to the league. But, you just want to go out there and get better every day. That's the goal, not only to get better myself, but get better as a team. That's the goal we have as a team, and, we're going to keep shooting for that.
What are the expectations? Have they spoken to you at all in the locker room, what they're expecting out of you in your first year yet?
No, they just want you to go out there and play hard, Like I said before, play as well as we can and, be a part of a team. You're not by yourself out there. You're not trying to do anything on your own. You're not by yourself. And you got to, be part of a whole and part of a group.
How long has this been something that you've thought about? Imagine what it would be like playing in this building.
I played here before with the national team, so that's, pretty cool. It's something you dream about when you're a kid, especially growing up in Toronto, being raised in Toronto here. So it's definitely, it'll be special and be something that I'm really looking forward to.
You getting a sense now of where Canadian basketball is coming? We talked to coaches and even Dwayne Casey this morning about the depth of talent, but as a player yourself, as a part of this generation of Canadian talent, what does it feel like?
It's awesome, to be part of this and, growing up with a lot of guys, Corey, Tristan, all those guys who are now in the league and, playing, at the highest level they can. It's really cool to be part of that and to see it develop. And now you have a lot of kids, following in your footsteps, which is pretty cool as well.
Do you keep tabs on how the other guys are doing as they go through this process, like Canadian?
Yeah, definitely. Especially since we're teammates on the national team and stuff. You definitely keep tabs and look at, how they did night in, night out, and, what they're up to, talk to them every once in a while.
With respect to your own team, has there been any teammate that has really helped you just learn how to be professional at this level?
A lot of them have been real good, throughout, basically every single one of them has helped me in some way, sort of fashion. So it's been really good, and, can't thank them enough for that, and hopefully it continues.
Would you say that's the thing about this generation, about the bond that you guys are trying to build together, not just on the national team when you're in the NBA, like different teams and keeping tabs on each other?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, you just want to. It's what you do when you're teammates and when you're friends, I guess.
How much has Rajon been able to help you off the court since you've been here, and how much are you looking forward to being able to play with him once he is back on the floor?
Talking about him helping me.
Just in terms of advice and.
He's been really good. He knows the game. He's been around it. Especially from point guard, he sees, all facets of the game, offensively, defensively, leadership-wise. So he's been really good, and he's, helped a lot of guys on our team so far. And, he's got a lot of wealth of knowledge, and, to be able to have that right at your fingertips is pretty special. Definitely looking forward to playing with him when he gets back, because he's a real special player and can really play the game at a high level. So.
Kelly, you've gone through the whole thing of being, having people say good things about you being drafted, going to a team like the Celtics. What advice would you have for a guy like Andrew Wiggins, cover Sports Illustrated, maybe $180 million sneaker contract, what advice would you have for a guy like Andrew?
Just keep working hard. You're not, although he's, on the clips of being there, he's not there yet. And you still got to work hard. You still got to get through, this year if he decides to leave after this year, or 2 years, or 3, or even 4, depending on what he decides to do. But, just keep working hard day in and day out. Stay humble, stay grounded, have respect for the game and respect for yourself and your teammates, and, play as hard as you can and just, go out and have fun every day.
Kelly, you look like you're having fun on the court. Is this preseason going to enjoy for you to play in? Is there someone who's making this more fun for you?
Yeah, of course I'm having fun. I mean, every time I get to play the game of basketball, it's, a blessing, especially, at this level. And, it's something that I love to do. It's, my passion, my joy. So being able to go out there and play every day is pretty special.
Even though it's the preseason, what's the one thing you've noticed that's a difference in your mind is something that you're going to have to work towards, making that jump from college to the pros? I mean, there's some obvious things, but just for yourself personally.
There's a lot of differences, and the rules are different. The speed and athleticism is way different. skill levels at another level as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that you're just going to have to adapt to and, grow into and really learn before you can really reach your potential on the stage.
Do you have a lot of ticket requests for tonight's game?
A few here and there.
Any final questions for Kelly?
Yeah, when you for you in the league, do you see yourself as a long-term forward or really make sure the quarterback?
It really depends on the system you're playing in, who you're playing with, what coach you're playing under, and what franchise you're playing with, definitely. But, the game's changing in a lot of different ways. So, as long as you're on the floor, you're doing something right, whether you're at the 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So I don't think, not trying to think about that too much and worrying about that too much. Especially on offense, I mean, it's almost like the 4 or 5 is kind of interchangeable these days. It's really who you're guarding on the other end. So,
What are expectations for Rangers this year without you?
I think he'll do real good. He's a real good player. Really sees the floor, can shoot it real well, and I think he's going to have a big role over there, big leadership role too. But I think they're expecting great things, and I am too. I mean, he's a great player, and he'll definitely live up to it.